So we've talked about shortcuts for our chain rule for the power rule. We've talked about the shortcut for exponentials. Our last one's going to be for logarithmic functions, in particular natural log functions. So if we have a function that looks like y equals natural log of u, again, where u is equal to some inside function g of x, and I'd say, hey, the natural log of u, I would expect that to look like the derivative of natural log of x. So y prime, our derivative would be 1 over u. But again, this is a composition of functions. I have g of x inside of the natural log function. So the chain rule says I need to multiply by u prime. So we could leave it like this. We could leave it as 1 over u times u prime. I like to write u prime as a fraction over 1 and then just multiply straight across here just to make it a little bit simpler. So we can also write this as u prime divided as u for our shortcut. If you want to leave it as 1 over u times u prime, I think that's perfectly fine too. Either one will work. But this, I think, just looks a little bit cleaner. So first up, I've got f of x equals natural log of x to the fourth plus 3x minus 9. Again, I need to start by identifying that inside function. So here in this problem, my inside function would be x to the fourth plus 3x plus 9. That would be my u. So if I look at my derivative shortcut rule, my derivative should look like u prime over u. So I take f prime of x, u prime, the derivative of that inside part, well, that would be 4x cubed plus 3 divided by u. So this inside part's going to stay exactly the same in the denominator. So that's going to be x to the fourth plus 3x minus 9. And in this case, there's nothing more we can do. That is our derivative. We can't simplify that in any way, and that's it. We're done. So this shortcut does make finding derivatives of natural log functions much, much quicker as well. We'll look at one more problem here. Next, I've got y equals 6 times natural log of 4x minus 5. I'll write the derivative shortcut rule over here one more time. If y equals natural log of u, then y prime is 1 over u times u prime, or more simply u prime over u. So in this problem, again, I think the parentheses are going to help us pick out our u. Our u is going to be 4x minus 5. 6, again, remember that's just a constant multiple. It's not going to have a big impact on our problem. We're just going to multiply our derivative by that 6. So 6 times, let's see, u prime over u, the derivative of our inside part would be 4 divided by u, so that inside part stays the same, 4x minus 5. You could leave your answer like this. I would probably want to simplify this, write this as 6 divided by 1, and then take 6 times 4 and 1 times 4x minus 5. So this simplifies nicely to be 6 times 4 would give me 24 divided by 4x minus 5. So these shortcut rules, while you don't have to use them, I do think they're really helpful in speeding up the process of using the chain rule, particularly with exponential functions and logarithmic functions. I think that it can be really, really helpful as you're working through these problems.